Right, the final application this evening is item number 5. And on this one, we do have an objector speaking, but before I invite the objector to speak, Mr. Irvine, can you just run us through this? Or is it yourself, Wendy?
No, me again, Chair, so I apologise for that in advance. Application D, as everyone can see, this is for the various highways works that enable access into the school, the highways improvement on Huddersfield Road, the drop-off area, and obviously the residents' parking. As you can see from our report, overall, clearly the highways work, drop-off area, residents' car park, all considered acceptable in highways terms, subject to conditions. As usual, I'll just give the members a reminder that we can only turn down matters on highways grounds should there be an unacceptable impact on highway safety or a residual cumulative impact on the road network that would be severe. Despite the fact that the officers acknowledge that there will be some minor delays and congestion during particularly drop-off and pick-up times when the school potentially is open, we believe this can be managed and mitigated effectively. We certainly don't think it creates highway safety issues or have impacts on the road network that would be severe, Chair, and therefore we have no powers potentially to refuse. The loss of the business employment land in front of the site, it is a very minor loss, and we don't think it actually would prejudice the potential use of the adjacent site for those purposes. Greenbelt, obviously the part in the Greenbelt is obviously here and the extension here. We don't consider obviously that the use of the Greenbelt for a student drop-off and residents parking is anything other than inappropriate development, because obviously they change parts of the Greenbelt from natural environment to one that's more intensively used and one that obviously impacts the visual amenity and openness of the Greenbelt. However, because of the substantial social economic benefits of these works in helping to deliver a new school, the lack of realistic alternatives for sites on this use, and obviously the fact that it will make a safe access and egress into the school, we think that clearly outweighs the harm to the Greenbelt. And as a consequence of that, we think that's a very special circumstances case, Chair, which would allow the support of this particular application. We've obviously had a look at the proposal's limited impact on landscape and visual amenity. We don't consider that would sustain a reason for refusal, particularly when weighed against the benefits of the work to ensure highway safety, the efficient use of the highways, and the operation of the new school. We have no concerns on the design of these particular areas, subject, as you will see, to the retention of the stone walls both to Huddersfield Road and to the access road to the site. Members will note that the applicant proposed post and rail fences, but we consider rebuilding the stone wall is a better solution. Again, you will see in your report that we've gone through the heritage issues. Again, we've had regard to the strong presumption set out in legislation to preserve the settings of designated heritage assets and non-designated heritage. And again, you will see that the benefits of providing parking for residents, removing vehicles from the public highway, allowing safe access to and from the new school and through the area generally, plus the significant social and economic benefits of the highways work in allowing a fit-for-purpose schools, again outweigh the normal presumption there, and again that's clearly set out in your reports. There are no other issues raised in terms of crime prevention, air quality, ecology, or lighting issues, and finally we don't consider that there are any amenity issues in terms of loss of privacy, increased noise, increased pollution, unacceptable light levels that would sustain a reason for refusal. And for those reasons, Chair, again we recommend approval of this particular application. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.